Here's Johnny. You're gonna need a big approach. Why so serious? Roll out.
I am Iron Man.
This is a tasty burger.
Welcome to the InSession Film Podcast.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Chasing the Gold. Erica and I are here to do something very exciting because normally we are here to talk about other people's awards, but today we get to talk about our own. If you didn't know, InSession Film staff gets together and we vote on our favorites of the year. So we are here to announce nominations today. Erica, how do you feel? What kind of energy are you giving off? Are you giving off the Academy president at 9:00 in the morning energy? Are you giving off?
I'm giving off. It's Thursday at 10:00, and I'm ready for this week to be over energy.
Yeah.
No, I just finished the Survivor finale, so I'm riding pretty high right now. I was really into this season, and it was really fun watch. So I'm tired, but I'm still excited. Always.
Survivor was I over the internet this season in a way that it was not in the past.
It was such a good season. I got back into it a couple years ago. Probably I guess it's been a couple years now. And it's really fun to watch it live every week. Live. I usually wait till the next day and stream it, obviously. But no, it's been so fun, and this season was so good. I highly recommend it. Go back and watch it and binge it.
Nice.
It was so fun. It was such a fun season. So good. So good.
So speaking of really good things, we are going to dive into our nominees. So the first category we have is Best Movie Discovery. And I do want to clarify for y'all because I was also confused about our first two categories. So Best Movie Discovery is any talent that includes actors, directors, etc. Our next category is going to be surprise actor or actress, which can be a new actor or an established actor that you were surprised by, like Pamela Anderson in The Last Showgirl, etc., etc. So I do want to clarify those two. But for Best Movie Discovery, we have Katie O'Brien from Love Lies, Bleeding, and Twisters. My beloved Clarence Macklin from Sing Sing. Arkasha Stevenson from The First Omen, Juliette Garepi from Red Rooms, Yura Borisov from Anora.
It's interesting that we have one and there's two movies listed. That's interesting. So how did it get enough vote? Did this person get enough votes for both? How did we?
I think what happened is if it was somebody that was in multiple things, what I did on my ballot is I just listed all of their projects.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Red Rooms was on my radar because I can't remember. It must have been JD that I saw a tweet about it, or maybe it was Matt over at Next Best Picture tweet about it. But I still haven't seen it yet. Have you seen that one?
I have not seen that one. I was going to bring Love Lies Bleeding to your attention because I think you would like it.
Was that hold on, did I see that?
With oh my God, with Kristen Stewart.
Yes, I did see that.
Okay.
I how do I feel about it? I loved it. And then it lost me in the last 10 minutes, if I remember correctly. Which
fair enough.
Which is unfortunate. How did you feel about it? I really liked it up until the very end. I was just oh, why? What are we doing?
Okay, so this was one of those movies that I went to see because a friend of mine was like, let's go see this movie. So I said, sure, because I'm that person. And
Same,
the whole time I was like, I should not have agreed to see this movie because it's just not the kind of thing that I would enjoy. But the opposite to you, I feel like it's something that has stayed in my brain to the point where I was when I was making my ballot, I was like, Katie O'Brien. I've thought a lot about the movie and her performance.
Yeah,
so
she was really good.
I did like it more than I thought I did.
I liked it. I'm all about a movie being weird, but you gotta be weird for more than just like the last 10 minutes, because then it just takes me out of it. It's like,
Mm.
well, where the hell did that come from? You know what I mean? So it's like, lean into the weirdness. You just gotta lean in a little sooner for me in the plot so that I like buy in by the end when it gets real weird.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay. So, but did you see Red Rooms? You said no, right?
I haven't.
You
I
did.
haven't seen. I need to see that.
Yeah. I feel like I saw somebody tweet about it, and I was like, ooh, this is on my radar now, because I think it's like. So go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say it's getting tricky too because we're getting to the time where we have to like make top 10 lists and stuff, and so I'm like,
Yeah.
there's so much I haven't seen. There's so much I haven't seen. So
Imagine me. You've seen so much more than me. So I feel like truly I haven't seen. And I'm at that time of year where I'm like, why am I so busy? All I want to do is go see movies.
I know, right?
You know?
Tell me
Okay,
about
so
it.
next we have Best Surprise Actor and Actress. Justice Smith from I Saw the TV Glow. Drew Starkey, Queer. Naomi Scott, Smile 2. Sebastian Stan, The Apprentice / A Different Man. Pamela Anderson, The Last Showgirl. And Lily Rose Depp, Nosferatu.
I'm excited for Nosferatu. I'm interested
Me
to see.
too.
I'm
Me
I'm
too.
really interested to see. And honestly, to be quite frank, this was pretty close to my ballot. Because even like
Ooh.
I did not care for Smile 2, but I thought Naomi Scott was really good in it. Same thing with Queer. I thought Drew Starkey's really good. Solid list. Solid list. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm super excited for Nosferatu as well. Can't wait.
So we move on to which, by the way, okay, our editor in chief, is he the well, yes. Okay, so Dave ordered the like Nosferatu popcorn bucket. Have you seen it? It's a
Ooh.
coffin. It's a
I
vampire
did. You
coffin.
know what? I saw it. Did I see it at AMC? Like, I guess just like an ad for it because it wasn't out yet, or maybe like on the app. But it looks really cool.
I need you to yell at me and tell me not to buy the
No, I'm not that. I'm the
Nosferatu
worst. I can justify it. I can justify anything. I'm like, yes, buy it.
Okay, so best surprise movie, which not as surprising as I really did not ever think I would see a vampire coffin in my life. But okay, so The First Omen, hundreds of beavers, Selma, My Old Ass, and The Substance for best
I
surprise
love.
movie of the year.
I love that Thelma's on here because you loved Thelma. I still haven't seen it, but it's been on
I
my
do
radar
love
since we
Selma.
talked about it months ago. Um and Hundreds of Beavers, that's one that I remember seeing it playing in the theater and being like, "What is this?" But I never saw it. Did you see it?
I have not. Zach Youngs, who covers a lot of things for InSession, he wrote a great column about best original screenplay and why Hundreds of Beavers should be in contention for that. So I'm excited to
Okay.
see that just based on his writing. But the rest of these films I have seen, and they're all very um, deserving to be here. So
Okay. Best overlooked movie. Now, okay, can we talk about the difference between surprise movie and overlooked movie? What do we think the difference is there?
I don't know. You sound like my English teacher. What do you think the difference is there? I I
Is the
think.
surprise movie one that we didn't think was gonna be, or we thought it was gonna be good, and it what, or like what? I'm just trying to understand
That's
what's
what
the
that's what I think my guess is. I think Surprise
okay.
is a movie that maybe you weren't expecting weren't expecting much and
Yeah,
then it blew you away and then Overlooked movie is just a really good movie that nobody kind of
really
has
saw.
give
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So, okay, I'm on overlooked movie. Yes. Okay, good one. Which I don't even know if I know what that is. Ghostlight. Sometimes I think about dying. Red Rooms. Fancy Dance. Yeah, I don't. I don't think I know. I think the only one I've heard of is Red Rooms.
Fancy Dance I have seen because Lily Gladstone is in it and she's phenomenal. So I've seen that one. Ghostlight, I really
Oh, yes, I remember. Okay, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Ghostlight, I really want to see, and apologies to the rest of these, which are not on my radar. So it's good that we nominated them for best
No, I
overlooked
love.
movie because
Yeah, I love this category.
yeah.
Just because I love hearing about things that I would not have known about otherwise.
So this next category, I love when committees do this because I think it's one of the coolest things to nominate, which is best
Mhm.
credits. So it could be opening or closing credits. So we have The
Mm.
Brutalist, Honora, The Substance, Smile 2, Challengers, and Queer for best credits. Yeah, really, really cool category. I mean, I think The Brutalist takes this in a cake. I don't know if we're allowed to comment on these, but I personally think The Brutalist takes this in a cakewalk. But
Well,
yeah, really, really cool. Yeah, I love when like because I feel like we see certain types of categories in all different kinds of award shows. So I love that we have some fun ones included in here.
yeah, that's good. I am trying to think. At first when I saw this category, I was like, wait, is this I'm glad you like pointed out that it's opening credits as well, because I think when I saw credits I just immediately assumed like rolling credits at the end, which I was like, this doesn't really make sense, but I get it now. I still haven't seen The Brutalist, so I can't. I mean, there's just like, I mean, even the credits are good, like I can't wait.
The credits are really cool, actually. Actually, the credits
Okay.
of the Brutalist are one of my favorite things.
Oh, I can't wait for this. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Sorry, I feel like I'm distracted because my cat is being crazy. Binks, come here. Um, so okay, what are we on
We
next?
are
We
on
did
best song. And I do want to clarify for this one, it's best use of song. So it could be a song
mm-hmm.
that already exists
Right,
that shows up in a movie. It does not have to be a
right,
best original song. But that's where
right.
we are.
Yeah. Honora, Greatest Day, Queer, Come As You Are by Nirvana, Wicked, Defying Gravity, um, Heretic, Creep, The Wild Robot, Kiss the Sky. Did we talk about, I know we, am I saying that right? Heretic?
I think it's Heritage.
Heretic. We watched that the other night. I finally watched it the other
Did
night.
you like it?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
It was really
I
interesting.
It's one of my favorites of the year. I loved it because I thought it was so interesting and like the way that it's like dealing with religion. Now, speaking of movies that get weird in the last 10 minutes, that was one of
Yes.
those where it
Yes.
went a little bit off the rails, but I
Yeah.
don't mind it because I thought everything that came before it was just so interesting and like there's a
Yes.
lot of things that happened that I just genuinely did not expect. And like Hugh Grant just
So good.
obsessed with everything that he was. Yeah, I love that movie. I highly recommend it. And
I
it's like,
yeah.
oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I have a question for you, but it's a spoiler question, so we'll have to take it offline after we're done
Okay.
recording. Just don't let
Well,
me
I was
forget. But
gonna,
go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say it's like a hard movie because I think if you're sensitive about religion, you may
Yeah.
obviously find it a little bit offensive, but I would say go in with an open mind just because I
Yeah.
think the way that it discusses the topic is really interesting and like I actually felt like I don't know, it was like hopeful, weirdly like hopeful and like actually had a really positive message in the that's what I came away from it. I don't
Yeah.
know.
But
I
also
really love
like,
that movie.
and it was super suspenseful still, and like you truly had no idea what was gonna happen. Yeah, I really liked it. Well, just don't let me forget to ask you. Um,
Yes. All right. So speaking of suspense, best original score. It's probably like a super strong category. We have Challengers, The Wild Robot, The Brutalist, Conclave, and Queer. So two Resner and Raw scores in here, which is fascinating. Um, and then the Wild Robot. I mean, animated films never get the respect they deserve for
I
their score, so I'm
know.
excited to see that in here. Good job,
Yeah.
InSession team. Look at us. Look at
Yes.
us. We're so
I
we're
love it.
so we really know what we're talking about
I
here.
know. I love it. I love it. I feel like everyone's riding really hard for challengers score that people that want it in there still. But do you think The Brutalist will, like, what are you feeling?
I think The Brutalist, I have it winning. Spoiler alert for my own predictions, but I updated my predictions and I did put the Challenger score in the top 5 just because I feel like the love for that score, I have
Yeah,
a hard
people are.
time
Yeah,
imagining, you know what I mean? I just feel like
yeah,
it's stayed in the public consciousness quite
yeah.
well. So
I know it's a controversial take, but I think it's the best part of the film. Like, I didn't love everything else about it, but I love the score. So
no, I don't think that's I think a lot of people agree with you. There's a
yeah,
controversial pick in our next category, Erica, which is best
uh,
animated film. So we
yes.
have the Wild
Uh,
Robot. Wait, is it my turn or your turn?
no, go ahead, go ahead. You're good. You're
Oh,
good.
okay. The Wild Robot, Memoir of a Snail, Flow, Inside Out 2, and also Transformers 1 making the cut here.
Yeah, did people just run out of ideas, I guess? I don't know.
I mean,
Um,
it's a solid movie. Can't
is it? I didn't
complain.
see it. Okay, I didn't see it.
It's
I should.
not. Should I? Is it top 5 worthy in my humble opinion? No, but I trust my colleagues. If they
Yeah.
really are writing for Transformers 1, then you know what? It is.
Okay, next category we have Best International Film. All We Imagine Is Light, The Seed of the Sacred Fig, I'm Still Here, Flow, Evil Does Not Exist. Flow
Also,
is international
mhm.
film?
Yeah,
Is
so
it?
it's in contention for both animated and international,
Oh.
and could
Oh, I didn't.
very solidly make both categories, I think.
Okay. That's
So that
exciting.
could be a double nominee. I will say, so Evil Does Not Exist came out, I mean, it was in the festival circuit last year. So I feel like a lot of people have forgotten about it, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't I mean, I don't even think is it even this is bad. I should check and see if it's even eligible for this year. So I don't see that making the cut. And then, as we discussed, All We Imagine Is Light is not an official submission for any country. So it could show up for director or screenplay, but it's not going to show up for best international feature. So theoretically, only 3 of these nominees could actually be in Oscar contention. So good
Right.
on the InSession Film team for kind of going outside of the box with some of our picks here. Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. Um, and documentary. Do you want to read those? Is what we have
Yes,
next.
yes. Okay. So we have No Other Land, Sugarcane, Will and Harper, Soundtrack to a Coup d'etat, The Remarkable Life of, is it Evelyn,
I think
and
so.
Daughters, all of which are on the documentary shortlist for the Academy Awards. So we
Hmm.
see a good combination of these showing up for the Oscars. Really solid. And I will say, I mean, I know The Remarkable Life of Evelyn is on Netflix. Will and Harper is on Netflix. No Other
Hmm.
Land does not have a distributor yet,
Mm.
unfortunately. So some of these
Is
are accessible.
Daughters on something? I feel like I saw
I
Daughters
think it
on.
is. I can look it
Yeah.
up and see where it is while we do the next category. But some of these are accessible if you would like to watch them right
Yeah.
now.
Okay, so next we have Best Cinematography, Nickel Boys, The Brutalist, Nosferatu, Dune Part 2, and Challengers. It's a good I'm glad Nickel Boys made it here. It's exciting.
Nickel Boys, stunning. And I do want to mention Daughters is also streaming on Netflix.
Okay, I
So
thought it was Netflix. Yeah.
yeah, that is easily accessible for you guys to catch up on as well. Hopefully you guys can watch as many of these films, and then when we announce our winners, you can come back and tell us what you think. Yeah, Nickel Boy's stunning cinematography. I mean, my goodness. And I mean, many people have said this, but I feel like it's like one of those things where it's like genre defying, and we're gonna look back 10 years from now and be like,
Yeah.
Nickel Boys did something before anyone else
Right.
did it. So really,
Right.
really cool. Um, so for adapted screenplay, we have Conclave, Sing Sing, Nickel Boys, Hitman, Dune Part 2, and Nosferatu.
I love that Hitman keeps showing up for us. I just love
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
I love it. I love
Listen,
it. Hitman is so
I'm
cool.
ride or die for my fellow Houstonian Richard Linklater. Richard Linklater could do anything, and I will show up day one.
Yep.
So very cool. And also just cool that like movies from earlier in the year are not being forgotten about. I think that happens a lot with like end of the year.
Yeah.
We're like
Yeah.
excited by the shiny new thing, and
Yep. Yep.
then so very cool.
Totally. Okay, next we have Best Original Screenplay. The Brutalist, A Real Pain, Honora, Challengers, and Hard Truths. Hard
Good
Truths.
for Hard Truths. Mike Lee. It's with Marianne Jean Baptiste. It's a
Oh, yeah,
really
yeah,
good
yeah, okay.
movie. Really
Yeah,
good
okay.
movie. Can I just say, like, Nosferatu, well, I guess spoiler alert for our next category. Best director. Okay, best director. So we have Brady Corbet for The Brutalist. Coralie Farjat or Farge for The Substance. Sean Baker for Honora, Ramel Ross for The Nickel Boys, Luca Guadagnino for Challengers, and Robert Eggers for Nosferatu. InSession Film Team coming in hard for Nosferatu, Challengers, and The Nickel Boys. Nickel Boys, I must say.
Yeah. I mean, it's exciting because, Nosferatu, I'm assuming a lot of our people have seen it already, or they're just voting before they've seen it, which is also, a thing. But yeah, that's one that I'm like counting down. I saw this meme the other day that was like someone like crossing things off crossing dates off the calendar, and it was like, oh, countdown for Christmas, and it was like, nope, Nosferatu.
Well,
So
I saw somebody today was like, how do I tell my family that I want to skip Christmas so that I can go see Baby Girl on Christmas instead?
oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny. I love that.
And I should say we should create a drinking game of the number of times that I mistakenly call Nickel Boys the Nickel Boys because the book has the "the" in it and the movie does not. And like,
Oh
and
really?
my brain just cannot. Like in the words of The Social Network, like they dropped the "the" because it's cleaner, but like my brain is
Drop the it's cleaner.
drop the it's cleaner. Yeah. But so if anyone wants to come up with a drinking game for us, one will be like, how many times does Erica talk about Wicked? How many times does Erica talk about Taylor Swift? How many times does Shadan add like the into movie titles
Oh my
where the does not need to be?
Oh, that's incredible. I love that. That's so good. Everyone would be wasted, including
Yeah,
us. Oh, that's
yeah.
so funny. Okay, next we have Best Supporting Actress. Joan Chen, Dee Dee. I don't even know what that is. Felicity Jones, The Brutalist, Isabella Rossellini, Conclave, Margaret Qualley, The Substance, The Substance, The Substance. I'm sorry, I'm like delirious now. Oh, how do I say her first name?
Ingenue.
Yes, thank you. Ingenue, Ellis Taylor, Nickel Boys. Not the Nickel Boys, but just Nickel Boys.
Erica, definitely watch Dee Dee because it's really good.
Yeah,
It's a
what is that?
coming
I
of
don't
age
even know.
directorial debut. It's a coming of age story, and Joan Chen plays the mom of the little boy, and it's just such a sweet film that came out earlier in this year. I'm really glad that it's showing up places and people are still talking about it because it's really, really sweet.
Is it streaming somewhere? I wasn't tracking this one at all, so I haven't even heard of it.
All right. Well, I will. I'll read the next category, and then I can look up. It might be streaming. So for best supporting actor, we have Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain, Guy Pearce for The Brutalist, Yura Borisov for Nora, Adam Pearson for A Different Man, and Clarence Macklin for Sing Sing.
I think this
Super,
is
super solid category.
yeah, pretty
Really cool.
standard. Pretty standard.
Yeah,
You're
I love the Adam Pearson mention. Very cool.
Yeah, I need to see A Different Man as well. That's one that's there's so much to see. So much I still haven't seen. Okay, Best Actress, of course, Mikey Madison, Honora, Demi Moore, Substance, Marianne Jean-Baptiste, Hard Truths, Fernanda Torres, I'm Still Here, and Zendaya, Challengers. I like that she got it. I like that we're showing Zendaya some love because I love her. She's great.
I'm just checking to see if Dee Dee is streaming.
Oh, streaming. Oh,
Because
thanks. Sorry.
we do want to. Oh, I guess it's streaming on Peacock. So if you have
Oh,
Peacock,
great.
yeah.
Okay, perfect. I have all the things, so I will definitely watch it.
Yeah. I do want to plug real quick. So, Variety's Actors on Actress has come out,
Yeah.
and they did Colma Domingo and Kieran Culkin, which, like, when I first saw it, I was like, this is the weirdest combination, but it's the most delightful interview, and I've just committed
It's all
to,
over
like,
the internet. It's all over the internet right now. I love
because
it.
of me, because it's like my retweets, like that's why it's showing up on your feed, because I'm like, oh, it's Coleman and Kieran, let me, like, it's all me, and you are so welcome because it's delightful.
Oh my god,
So
I
I know I
love
should
it.
not be plugging other websites, but you know what? Good content is good content, and good on
That's
them.
right. That's
All
right.
right.
That's right. Oh my god, that's
Best
funny.
actor, we have Daniel Craig for Queer, Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing, my beloved Coleman Domingo, Adrian Brody for The Brutalist, and I will say we do have an interview with Adrian Brody coming up soon.
That's
The
so
wonderful
exciting.
Nadine, yeah, the wonderful Nadine got to interview him. She's such a talented
Oh
interviewer, so
my
super excited for that.
god.
Ralph Fiennes for Conclave, Sebastian Stan for A Different Man.
I love it. It's another good really, really solid list there. All right, well that leads us to our very last category, our final category, Best Picture. The Brutalist, Honora, Nickel Boys, Challengers, Dune Part 2, The Substance, Nosferatu, Sing Sing, No Other Land, A Different Man, and All We Imagine as Light.
Yeah. I mean, I love that we got All What We Imagine as Light in here. I love that we have a documentary in here.
Yeah.
Like, we got a little bit of everything in here. Well done, team.
That's great. No Other Land. I feel like that one is like, where is that one coming from? I feel like I haven't
That one's
seen.
it's a documentary. So as I mentioned, it
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
have a distributor, so it's like
Oh, okay,
basically
yeah.
just getting love based on critics groups and stuff, which is really, really cool that people feel that passionately about it.
Yeah, I'll have to
So
watch it. You know I love a documentary, so.
I mean, it is devastating, but yes,
Oh,
I
great.
highly recommend.
Great.
I highly recommend.
'Tis the season.
Sorry, that's not. I'm not laughing at the devastation. I'm laughing at Erica's delivery. Just sometimes.
Oh my goodness. All right, my friend.
I do,
I'm
before we want to
delirious.
say, yeah, before
Yeah.
we wrap up, I do want to just read when we can expect our winners so that people can keep an eye out. And we will be coming back. There's going to be a Chasing of the Gold announcing the winners, so check back in with us. Okay, so our voting announcement is going to be roughly a month from now, January 13th. So we have a month to
Nice.
kind of
Catch up on all
catch
the
up on
things.
some of these nominees. We highly
Right.
encourage our listeners to catch up on some of the nominees. If we missed something, if you were like so offended by our love for Nosferatu, let us know. Yeah, Erica, anything that you would like to say as we wrap it up today?
Just happy holidays. The holidays are upon us, so I hope everyone gets some time to relax and rest and refresh and spend time with family and eat good food and all the things. So just happy holidays
And
to
all the things.
everyone.
And if you are struggling this holiday season, I hope you pop in a good movie or something that brings you joy and
Yeah.
see some lights and just write it out. Because I know the
Yeah.
holidays can be tough. It's not always
Yeah.
sunshine and rainbows. So if you're
Yep.
struggling, listen to some old episodes of Chasing the Gold. Maybe Erica and I can provide some joy. I am wearing my Chasing the Gold t-shirt.
I
If you
love
need to,
it.
yeah, if you
I
need to
love
buy
it.
a last minute Christmas gift, we do have InSession Film merch, not just for Chasing the Gold, but all different kinds of film merch. Rate and review, tell your friends to listen. Again, as I mentioned, like give us feedback. My Oscar predictions are updated on the website because shortlists have been announced. I will be back to dig into the shortlist, but if you want to head over there and check out the updated predictions, I highly encourage you guys to do that. As I mentioned, there's a ton of really cool interviews that have dropped. As I mentioned, Nadine. I mean, we have Zendaya, Timothy Chalamet. We have the Brutalist cast coming out, Nickel Boys.
So cool.
So
cool.
if there's a movie out there, I think we've interviewed somebody from it. So I highly recommend heading over to the website and engaging with us on all the things: podcast, YouTube, website. We're all over the place, and I'm on all over social media retweeting Coleman Domingo and Karen Culkin.
I love it.
Covered. Yeah.
I love it. I love it so much. Well, thanks. This is always fun, of course, and thanks everyone for listening. And we will see you soon.
Yeah. Let's binge watch some of these nominees, and we'll catch you later.